And what is going on around town is the BB Titans, so the Big Brother Titans, and we have a housemate that was evicted this past Sunday in the studio. The very beautiful, the very delectable, complained about the Nigeria situation. You don't say South Africa now, you don't complain about Nigeria. It's not your fault.
The reboot was quick.
We got JayPee! Hi, JayPee.
Hi, good morning.
How are you doing?
Well, thank you. All things considered, I'm good.
How does it feel to be out of the house and back in Nigeria?
Not so good, but love is very overwhelming. So
yeah,
that makes it okay to deal with.
That makes it okay, Abi. Don't worry, we'll find cash for you. We hope that cash will come your way today.
Or you can log into the cashless policy.
So let's talk about your time in the Big Brother Titans house in South Africa. Was that your first time in South Africa? Have you been to South Africa before?
Yes, I had never been to South Africa before.
Oh,
So nice. But I didn't get to experience much of it because before we went into the house, we didn't really go anywhere much. And then it was then the house locked down the entire time. So, but I could tell the difference. At least there was no traffic. When I was being given,
don't diss.
I could just say,
hey, because I've been to South Africa, don't diss.
Well, that's the 10-minute drive, 15-minute drives. I said, wow.
So how was the drive from wherever you were coming this morning to here?
Don't get me started.
No, just compare South Africa and, you know.
My friends were not supposed to build me has not arrived at this time.
That's how bad it is.
Oh, God.
And the weather, how's the weather?
The weather is cool. It is actually overly cool. It's so cold. When I first got to the house, I was going into the sun every day the first week.
Seriously?
The Nigerian housemates are like, this girl is suffering from PTSD. Lagos PTSD. Because the house was so cool. I'm like, is this what you guys deal with? So when the sun comes out, I will carry myself outside into the sun and lay there. They say, PTSD is a thing. Lagos has done.
So you like the tan.
Yes, I was standing.
Okay, so let's talk about the house now. Going into the house. I know the excitement of being picked and finally going to South Africa.
Yeah.
How was the warm welcome from the other housemates? Was it easy for you to make friends with the other housemates in the house, especially from South Africa? How was it for you?
No, it was really good. First, for some reason, we all kind of bonded. We had this kumbaya thing going like a family.
Kumbaya?
You know, that's what we call it. We always call it kumbaya. So going to the house, everybody who was there always welcomed the next people. So that was amazing. And for some reason, I easily gravitated towards the South Africans. Like, I really did bond
So
with
would you
them.
say that you were friends with the South Africans more than the Nigerians?
Generally, yes. Compared to the Nigerians, I was very close to the South Africans.
Why?
It was my first opportunity to meet people from a different country. So I went into that house with the mindset that I was going to experience everything that was in that house. And then before I went into the house, I was opportunity to meet like a couple of South Africans. And I'm like, what? Is this what you guys are like? If this is what everybody is like, then it'll be really good to, hang out with those in the house. And then, how do I put it? I'm not the very makeup, very...
My sister, you see me?
The South African girls were like that. Very few of them did makeup and all of that. So it was easy to just gravitate towards them. One of my own Nigerians, they wake up like this. They've gone to the front of the mirror, brows, lip gloss, lipstick. I say, hey, una the pressure.
So what you decided to do is, you Nigerians, I know you. Step aside.
Exactly.
Let's experience the South Africa.
I say 3 months. I won't bring that same Lagos to go and hustle together. Why don't you just hang out with these ones that I wouldn't see so much after the show. So that's what I just did.
All right, so
pretty sure that you picked up some South African words while you were interacting with them.
Haibo.
What does Haibo mean?
Yeah, don't worry. I just when I come to Nigeria, I don't be trying out all the words I know. People should not ask me the meaning.
You gotta teach me something. What does he mean?
I don't want to teach you because I want to make a book. South African words and their meaning.
One word I would like to know the meaning, so I can use it to insult the people in the office. what word? But you tell me when
I'll tell you.
Okay, so the interesting thing about this year is that a new dynamics was actually introduced, which is the pairing up of housemates. And I don't know how I really feel about that. What exactly happened for Big Brother? Because I think they said something happened before that pairing up started.
Okay, so the first week we had a fake nomination.
Okay.
And the fake possible eviction. So Big Brother we got into the house on Sunday, and first thing on Monday morning he says, you guys nominate each other. Somebody's going to be going home on Sunday. We're thinking, we just got it's not even been 24 hours. How are we nominating each other? But I think he just wanted to try out something. He wanted to see what was going to happen. So when I went into the diary room to nominate 2 housemates, I'm thinking maybe he would say nominate 1 South African and nominate 1 Nigerian. But he didn't do that. I think he just wanted to see what we were going to do. I, however, nominated 1 South African and 1 Nigerian. I thought it was the only reasonable thing
to balance things out.
To balance things up.
Yeah.
But by the time it was Sunday, and so he didn't tell us those who were nominated until Sunday the thing was supposed
I watched that
to be
part.
evicted.
Yeah.
And then we all get up and it's like a bunch of Nigerians and just very few South Africans. So we all go crazy. Not really all, but many of the Nigerians go crazy and they're like, oh, so this is what you guys are doing. We're meeting Nigerians. So I guess there were some other conversations that went on in the house, and Big Brother is like, okay, no, this is not a good idea. And in my head, I'm thinking, even when I saw that, I'm like, no, Big Brother has to do something. So I know that it was a twist coming, but I didn't think he was going to be the pairing. I thought maybe he would, force us to nominate one South African and one Nigerian, or maybe he would force us to cohabit or something. And when he said the pairing thing, I'm thinking, okay, he's just pairing us to hang out. When he says you're staying in the house is dependent on your partner. If they get evicted, you get evicted. If they get disqualified, you get.
So if they get a strike, partner's hands basically.
I bet my brother has gotten a strike in the last.
Because you know that if you get a strike, then your partner.
You just say, my love, sorry, you have to slap her. Slap her. You can go and blow. Please. Everybody's holding their partners. You want food? Don't worry. Food coming right.
Because your fate is tied together. If anything happens to the person, that means it happens to you as well.
No, not on my sleep and I almost, my partner said, JayPee, don't fall down. I will not take that from you. I don't even care about my health. I care about your health, but I'm not leaving this house. So before you fall down, stand. I say, okay, I will not fall. So anything that happens, your partner also has to do with it.
So South Africa and Nigerians have this
ancient history.
Yeah. And when the competition first, when the house first started, and I saw that South Africans and Nigerians in the same house, how exactly is that house going to keep remain standing with the friction between both countries? How exactly did that play out in the house? Did you still have some side talks about, oh, Nigerian girls are like this and Nigerian girls are like that, or South African people are like this or South African people are like that? Did you guys have that sort of issue in the house?
For some reason, I don't know if this is how all South Africans are, or they just managed to pick South Africans like that.
Yeah.
But South Africans in the house were very chill and laid back people. Honestly, Nigerians were talking about how they were so calm and we didn't think we could get any drama from them. I don't think at any point, until when I left the house last week, I don't think there was any time that we kept saying, oh my God, there hasn't been an altercation between a Nigerian and a South African. And also, we also had that mindset that we couldn't let things like that happen. So for some reason, we just had this whole Kambaya thing going. There was no drama. We don't know how, but those girls in the house were very laid back. I mean, guys barely have issues, but the guys all just bonded together. But the girls in the house were actually really laid back and chill, and there weren't really any side talks. The only side talks that we had was that, oh, the South Africans are keeping to themselves, or the Nigerians are keeping to themselves. But besides
I heard some things that some South Africans were saying about Nigerians.
Yeah.
Nigerians saying about. Did you hear?
I did.
Well, the Nigerians talking about South Africans wouldn't surprise me, but the South Africans.
I think you heard something.
So, without putting it in exact words, the conversation was Nigerians are fraudsters. They are too clever by half. And because of how clever we are, we just delve into fraud.
Wow!
I'm sure you didn't hear that.
You heard that. I want to tell me after the show who said this. Let me go and battle the person.
So at some point I was like, is there going to be a battle of the Bronx?
Yeah.
Is there going to be rumble in the jungle? Like, was that going to happen? Especially language played into the entire conversation at some point. I was speaking South African. And then, as Nigerians, if we're not speaking our dialect to each other, we speak Pidgin because we all understand Pidgin.
Yes. That brings me to the second question that I want to ask. Why is it that the South Africans could sort of drop their language and we did not even speak Pidgin?
You think so? You're wrong.
Did we?
We did.
You guys?
What happened? We were convinced that Pidgin was pretty much the same thing as English language.
Yeah.
So Big Brother had told us, even before we got into the house, we had all been instructed that Nigerians and South Africans aren't the only ones watching the show. We have 3 other countries watching, so we shouldn't speak our languages. And if we were to do that, we were to translate immediately. But I think that during the first week, everybody went crazy. South Africans were speaking Zulu back to back. Nigerians were speaking Pidgin, but you would not hear us talk about it in a general conversation.
Yeah,
that was the difference. We would all be sitting and South Africans would just be throwing out Zulu. I understood that because even before I went into the house, I knew that on Twitter, South Africans, when they're tweeting, they start in English and complete their sentences in Zulu. So when that happened, it didn't surprise me. I didn't take offense. But Nigerians wouldn't speak Pidgin around everybody. What about ourselves? Maybe in 2s or 3s, we just say things like, that kind of thing. So I didn't think it was a problem until one day Big Brother goes and says, Nigerians, Zulu is not allowed in Big Brother's house. What makes you think that Pidgin English is allowed in Big Brother's house? So he had heard us speaking pidgin by ourselves. It was just something we did in a large gathering. So he told us that pidgin, Zulu,
not accepted.
Quite English only. So we started saying, "Oh my God, trying to white me."
It loses something in translation. But yes, that works.
Yes, exactly.
At least you're communicating. Alright, so let's talk about the romance in the house. When you first got into the house, who did you set your eyes on?
Very.
Tell the truth and the devil be ashamed. Who?
When I first set my eyes on,
like you kind of were checking out and trying to see if something could happen between both of you.
it was a tight speak between Tabang and Justin.
Everybody likes the bang.
Yeah.
He's pretty cute.
I think for Tabang, he was just a slight crush. Like, I meet this guy, I'm like, ooh.
He's so pretty.
Yeah.
He's so gorgeous.
Yes.
You could put him in your pocket and take him back to Nigeria. Alright.
But really, when it came to like considering trying out something, it was Justin for me. It was the one who I had my eyes set on. But then we had a conversation and we just sort of friend zoned each other. We're like, nah.
No. You're one of them.
We friend zoned each other. We talk about it and we're like, nah. I think we do better as friends. So yeah, that's what it was.
All right, so let's talk about the cliques and the ships in the house. And who do you think has a chance of surviving, till outside the house? And who are those who are dating, the crazy couple,
I would say that Kanaga and Tsatsii would survive until outside the house because
you think it's real?
It is real. From what I can tell, they're really like I'm in the house with them, so I know that this is really cute. I know that Tsatsii likes Kanaga because I'm sort of close to the girl. She does talk to me. She tells me these things. Sometimes she doesn't even know if Kanaga likes her. I'm like, well, for my Nigerian brother, I think he likes you, but I know that they like each other. The only reason I think that they might not survive outside the house might be distance. People don't like to do long distance.
Yeah.
However, those who are actually for real in the house, Kanaga and Tsatsii.
And most toxic, you think, where to get wahala? Where they trouble too much? Where they play each other? I know who you know. I know who you know.
They're not
Exactly, I'm talking about.
Somehow, they are there.
You see that?
Sure, you know who you're talking about.
So Yemi, obviously, Yemi is the man in that ship, but I wouldn't say Kosi because Kosi genuinely likes Yemi.
She does.
Kosi
does.
Yemi.
Someone has a very different opinion about that.
No, she likes Yemi. I'm also
so what was she doing with Tabang last night when she was all romancing and trying to kiss him last night? Because we watched it.
Certain situations, certain things influence different
scenarios.
But I mean, you can't blame my girl because Yemi is a typical Yoruba man. He's my Yoruba brother. His eyes is here, his eyes is here. So if at some point she just kind of, falls a little bit, you can't blame her. But I can't hold that closer to Tabang. Sometimes when you're too close to a person, certain things just draw in. Otherwise, I know that she really likes Yemi. Trust me.
So there's hope for the friend zone if that's the case.
As it is.
So who exactly do you think is... Everybody definitely comes into the house with a strategy, that's for sure. But who do you think is really...
Strategic.
Yeah, strategic.
Kanaga Jr. and Blue Ava. Very freaking strategic. They're pretty much the same person. They're just the same person in different genders.
Seriously?
Kanaga is very strategic.
What about the kitchen girl? Sorry for saying that word.
She's going to be in the kitchen, so that's okay.
Yeah. You don't think that's her
strategy? Man, it's not working.
It's not working for her.
Everybody in the house can see through it. That's why I don't deem it worthy of being called a strategy because they can all see through it. It is a strategy. Every single housemate can see through it. So I don't ever deem it worthy enough to call it a strategy. But strategy that's actually working, that people can even see through, it's Kanaga and Blue Ava. Kanaga is very strategic. He's very calculative. He's a good guy. He's a hustler. He's wanted this for so long. So he came into this house and he's thinking nothing would ruin my game. So for everything that could possibly come up, he's like one step ahead. And a lot of people can't see through it, but I can because I've had conversations with him. He's had conversations with those who are close to me, so I can sort of put you and two together. He's very strategic, honestly. He and Ava.
Okay, because of time, if you could say 5 people make it to the finals, who would you call? Names that you think, people that will make it to the finals.
So I'm just going to call people who I both want to make it and who I think can make it together.
Yes.
Kanaga Jr. can make it to the finals. Tsatsii just might make it to the finals.
Interesting.
if a boo keeps going at this rate, a boo could just make it to the finals.
He's a very, very interesting personality.
Yes, a very interesting personality. So I've called 3 people. 𝐿𝐶 might make it to the final. He just might not make it to the final.
Really?
That's my own opinion.
He seems to be the man of the show this year.
Nah, yeah, I just think so.
Oh.
You don't mean me.
I don't know at first. I like him and everything, but I'm judging based on what I've seen in the house.
Yeah.
The kind of personality that I know they are, how they have survived so far. They're just mad. The 5th person is just Tabang. Actually, I think that Tabang, if things keep going like this, just might make it to the very last day. He has a huge fan base, and he's also liked in the house. He's just a cute baby. He's our youngest.
Yes, it's 21.
Yes, he's 21.
Yeah.
And he's very respectful. He doesn't get in trouble. If there's drama here, he just walks away. So
he might just sail through to the finals without
penalties, without being,
Who is he paired up with?
Nana.
Do you think Nana might touch his chances a little bit?
She cannot, because his fan base is huge. Since I've come out of the house, I've seen that. No.
So she's lucky that she's paired up with him.
Honestly, she is. She is lucky that she's paired up with him.
What's about him? Is it like he makes people feel safe? He's not threatening.
Yes, he isn't. He knows how to talk to you. He even talks to me. He'll say, JayPee, let me tell you something. JayPee, just listen. Let me tell you something. And that's how he is with everybody. He just knows how to have a conversation. He's willing to cuddle up with you. Many times just come say, JayPee, are you okay? I'm like, why? He's like, nothing. I'm just checking on you. You're my friend. She wants to
be here. My goodness.
He knows how to do it.
A strategy with a cute face, and he's just trying to fit it in.
It's working because he's cuddled up with everybody. He's with everybody, literally. So
it's our Kiki.
Yeah, like you cannot but just love them. You can't hate them.
That is Tabang. Everybody just thinks of him as the cute baby.
And the cute baby just going sail through to the final.
He doesn't get in trouble. He has never had an altercation with anybody. We've never seen his temper fly. We've never heard his voice raise. Even when somebody he's involved with is in an altercation, he just sails through. And even when they're talking about it, he just sits back and listens and doesn't put his own thing out there. So he honestly would just sail through to the final. End. Honestly.
All right, so let's talk about what's going to happen to you outside the house. You're out the house now. I know you're a nurse. You're a nurse.
Yeah, I am a nurse.
You're a nurse. Fantastic. So what is next for JayPee? Are you going to go back to practicing nursing? Are you thinking about Japan? Because any nurse I see now, I know the next level is to Japan. This one, they are already in South Africa. I know the South African people. I don't know.
She doesn't like long distance.
So what's next for you?
Have you heard JayPee?
Okay.
Jackpa.
Okay.
Whatever. Nursing. I think I'm going to put nursing on a hold, except my client suddenly become Adeleke, Dangote, etc. I like. But if people can hear, I'm shooting my shots, but it doesn't know my clients. Nursing is gonna just
take me a hold for a while as well.
What? Yes, I'm done with those, so I'm gonna do that on a larger scale. I want to go into acting. I've wanted to do that for a long time. So I want to dive into that head first. I do like to talk, and I feel like I have a strong, bold voice.
You have an interesting, funny personality. Stop it! I'm not uttering you.
I like to go into everything that has to do with talking, TV, radio, presenting, things like that. I do have a business. I like fragrances. So I would, enlarge my business. I'm also considering starting my own fragrance line. So those are the fields I want to go into: acting, TV, and modeling, and my business.
And what have you learned from this experience?
That I can be my own cheerleader, because outside the house before the show, I had a huge support system, and I always had my friends and my family in my ear constantly. Oh, you're good. Oh, you've got this. But when I got in the house, it was crazy, because I just went from having everybody behind my back to being by myself. I had to pull myself out of my low moods and everything. But I realized I could talk myself through so many things. I could tell myself, you look good. I realized that I could do things by myself. Because even throughout the audition phase, I didn't talk to my friends. Nobody knew I was auditioning for this thing. Yes. So, I was the only one who was going for every phase of audition and everything. I just realized from the audition onto being into the house, onto being outside the house, because even when I got evicted, I didn't have access to my family and everything. So I had to console myself, I had to tell myself to be strong, I had to get on stage, and I just realized that I really can do anything that I choose to do by myself. Once I set my mind to it, I can make it work by myself.
I want to say thank you very much, JayPee, for stopping by. You're a very fun person to chat with. You're very interesting and real. So I wish you all the best in everything that you want to do. The acting, we're going to see you on television. We're going to probably see you everywhere. Probably hanging out with your South African friends.
Yes, they want to adopt me. They've been begging me to my DMs. I have like 25 names.
We wish you all the best.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Give out your handles so people can follow you.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So on Instagram, I'm on Instagram as the JayPee. So 𝐻𝐸.JayPee. On Twitter as the JayPee _. So 𝐻EJAYPEE _ and my business page on both social media accounts is JayPee's Place. So just JayPee's and Place put together, no other things.
Thank you very much for stopping by. We wish you all the best in your endeavors and everything that you want to do. And when you start making the money, may you remember us. Amen. Coming up at 10 o'clock, we'll take you around the world of entertainment. We'll be back.
Enjoyed this video? Hit the subscribe button for more. Leave a comment and like. Thank you.